Hello, y-Twokoop here, and in today's video I'm gonna be wanting to show you how I made my April Fool's project QXByaWw, I think. I'm not sure, this is not scripted, so I don't care. It was a joke project, and I think I literally made it in like 5 hours or so, like all of the 5 things that I made for it. Anyways, the first little synth here is a basic preset. I'm still new to Ableton, okay? So I'm not quite sure what plugin this is. Gonna assume it's like Meld. It was Meld. Jesus Christ. I mean, anyways, it sounds like this. Okay, nothing's playing. Interesting. Oh, oh my god. Very basic, you know, nothing special. And then you have another Meld with another preset. Playing like the highest note ever made. It's not very anything interesting. I'm still soloing it, okay. I'm using a corpus on the drums. I was trying to like imitate an Aphex Twin song. What was it called? Like 15 Messy. It's like not a good song. I did not like it at all. But I was trying to imitate it because it's funny. And then in here, I don't know, the only special thing is basically this part where it just jump scares you with like a high ass, I don't know, woman singing something. I thought this was pretty funny to add. Literally jump scare. Besides that, I don't know, some more sounds. 8. I think it's literally like a robot saying 8, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, a little bit. Yeah, it's just 8. Nothing that special. Here's a little beat I made with the 8. Very cool, very awesome. Best song ever made. Anyways, that's like literally it for the first song, because I split this entire thing into 2. So this is the second part. If I'm not mistaken, this is from like a Yamaha piano like sound effect tab or something. I don't know, not sure. But yeah, still just mixing a bunch of random sounds with the same basic thing we saw at the beginning. That didn't change. Then there's a lot of drum loops, and this is, now we're getting into a sample I can actually show, because this is from a Instagram video, as you can see. This is the video. I thought that cat was funny, so that's why I added it. Well, but now I can also show another sample, which is Happiest Finn.
OMG! Where are you, summer? I hate winter!
Yeah, so it's basically just a slowed down one, and then a random snippet of this TikTok. Yeah, that's basically it. Then this, I think, is a C line, right? Yes, it is. This is the first C line clip that I used. And I have like a lot of them in my downloads folder. But here's the one that I used for this section. I feel like this is one of the most popular ones. And then that you will hear over here, which I used shifter on. And then it's just looping it with the same finish clip thingy. And then there's a different clip to the C line. And that's the end of this one. Alright, here's the second song, which again starts with a sample with a very awesome title. I can also show this video in a second. Also use it as a shifter. So yeah, it's just basically a moan. There's nothing special to it. Another Instagram reel, I think. No, it's a found it from Twitter.
It's called Slapmac, and it's
yeah, I did not use that section. That would have been way too bad. In here, I use my favorite VST infiltrator. I love this thing. Ooh, yeah, this one. Subtle foreshadowing. This is the video I used. And as you can see, it uses a QK from Aphex Twin in the background, which you can hear from the sample. Then here's just a random sample from a drum library I found. And then here we have another C line. Yeah. Okay, turn that back on. And then, why so jolly? The Jonkler meme. Again, shifter. Now this section, we have more C-line action. Then we have a very heavy kick, which uses a shifter? Oh no, it doesn't. It's just loud. Then here, the C-line continues. Yeah, and then you have the last part of the song, which is just a lot of infiltrator messing around with a very loud crash. And that's the ending of the song. Alright, we're on the third song now, which is actually sampling my own album from another account, which I will put on screen. It's just nothing special though, it's just, again, another melody plus drum sample. Then here I'm just using like my old projects that I scrapped and decided to put here and make them sound very weird. Another drum sample. Then yeah, nothing special. And then here's another one of my artist names that I barely used. And I heavily distorted the hell out of this with a transient designer. It's great. And vocal so. Knock, knock, knock. This sample is... I love this sample so much. So using infiltrator and shifter again. And it's this video. I love this dog. And that's what you're gonna hear here. And then it's the drop. Also, if you're wondering what I'm saying here, literally a bunch of gibberish. With heavy auto-tune. Yeah, this part was never meant to be good, by the way. This entire thing wasn't meant to be good, okay? It's just, I was having fun. And then we transition into this. And I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue where I found this from. I think it might have been from like an Amiga sample pack or something, because it was like very high pitch. Then I slowed it down and I think it sounded cool. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Then again, terrible. I have no clue what I said. But besides that, there wasn't really any other samples, sadly. So that's the third song, and we're off to the last one. Alright, now we're on to our last one, which I think sound-wise sounds way better than the others, even though it was as rushed as the other ones. We start off with a very awesome intro.
So I was planning on making a normal song, but this is not a normal album or EP or mini album.
I don't have to play all of this. You can just go listen to yourself if you want. But nothing special here. The drop, though, I'm using Sophie's sound sample pack. And I'm using one of the FX in it, which I think sounded very cool. And this is here just to throw you off, because like you're gonna hear this and you hear this. And then you just go straight back into. Then there's like a little I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah. Anyways, then you transition into a different part. Can't call it a drop, but it's just a continuation of the song, you know. Another Sophie texture. Also, another bunch of gibberish. Like, these aren't even words. Like, you know, I used another sound effect from Sophie. Like thunder or something. Then this part I think was kind of sick.
I was kidding about the crazy part that is all coming up, I can't make.
Oh yeah, I said there was a crazy part coming ahead in the intro. No, I was lying. Then, oh yeah, we have another C line. And then we go full on into sea lion hip hop. And then we have this ending, which is inspired from another artist called Fatboy Slim, from their song, what was it, Fucking in Heaven? It was the outro of the song, which basically said the same words as I say right here.
Alright, please don't play this for anybody. I don't normally do this.
And that's my entire April Fool's project. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. Alright, if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it right now if you're bored and you want to waste, like, 15 minutes of your life? Alright, goodbye.